The inspiration here is to really bring the history of Paradise Valley, new, modern, contemporary hospitality and retail options that are welcoming to everybody, but with a rich Black influence. My name is Dennis Archer Jr., and I am chairman and CEO of 1642 Ventures. As it relates to Paradise Valley, I'm managing partner of Randolph Capital Partners, which owns 1407 and 1427 Randolph.
In the heart of Detroit, where history and ambition intersect, lies the new Paradise Valley, a district pulsating with renewed vigor after decades of quiet resilience. At the center of this resurgence stands Dennis Archer Jr. He is a dedicated real estate developer, committed to revitalizing Detroit and its surrounding areas. He carries forward a deeply rooted family legacy, yet his focus is all about creating new opportunity.
Both of my parents were very community focused and community involved. Both were elected officials in the city of Detroit. And so that sense of community and giving back really flows into everything that I do. Well, I mean, I just love everything about it. I've got my office here, I've got my cocktail lounge here. The DAC is around the corner. I spend as much time here as possible. For me, this is home away from home. And my kids like to come down and hang out here, and hopefully I'll get them down here working a little bit this summer. So just to have this be, again, going back to legacy and a multi-generational play for me is what probably I look most forward to. My oldest son who's in business school, he's got keys to the office. When he's working down there in the summer, I'll pop in the office and he'll be sitting there with his laptop. And I don't think it sinks into him that these will be his buildings one day. He's not thinking about that now. But when I see him sitting there, I think about that and it makes me very happy. Part of the resurgence of Paradise Valley, with the majority of us being African American business people, is of extraordinary significance. The inspiration here is to really bring the history of Paradise Valley, which is very rich and well outlined and well documented, but to take that and have it influence a modern and contemporary play on it.
Through this collective effort, Paradise Valley is not only becoming a hub for business and culture, but also a beacon for diversity and inclusivity in urban development.
So we have a tremendous balance in the neighborhood of both operating businesses and hospitality. And so if you ask about, what drives me to do what we're doing here, I think it's that combination of people that are in business, that are venturing out into hospitality, because that, if you look at what brings people together, unites people, brings people joy, it's music, it's food, it's entertainment, it's lifestyle. And so we're just trying to bring those elements to this neighborhood. And I think when the summer approaches, you'll see a lot of the outdoor execution in our parks will take place, which will make it even that much more welcoming to families and people from the broader public.
I'm excited for more gathering spaces. I'm excited for more restaurants. I'm excited for maybe more lounges. Through the pandemic, my office was largely in office during the pandemic. And downtown Detroit had gotten a little, it's a little scarce on a day-to-day basis. And so it still is. And so I'm looking forward to just having more people out on the street, more density, some housing. I'd love to see some housing developed. And I think I'd like to see Paradise Valley continue to be an inspiration and a model for what's possible in the greater Black Bottom footprint. Detroit is very seriously considering a redevelopment of I-375 corridor, which is going to stretch of the freeway runs right through the historic Black Bottom area, and it really creates all of these opportunities to think about the history of Black Bottom and how that intersects with the future of development. And I think that Paradise Valley and what's been going on here in the last 10 or 12 years can be a real inspiration for that greater Black Bottom footprint.
We are really being intentional about building an African American space. And everybody can come and enjoy it. I think if we do an amazing job at creating Black hospitality, Black entertainment, common areas where families can come and enjoy their children, understand the significance of the historical significance of places like the Michigan Chronicle, like Hamilton Anderson, like Vinyl.
Archer's approach to revitalization is uniquely collaborative, drawing together entrepreneurs, cultural leaders, and community stakeholders. From thriving African American owned businesses to vibrant cultural spaces, his initiatives are nurturing an environment where entertainment plus economic and social vitality flourish hand in hand.
The biggest misconceptions about Paradise Valley is that you had all these black-owned businesses and only black people went to these businesses. African Americans who are victims of segregation and discrimination don't practice segregation or discrimination. So when they open up their clubs, their restaurants, their bowling alleys, they open up to all races. And many of those businesses really thrived off of this interracial customer base, particularly the clubs and the bars and the theaters.
But everybody remembers the entertainment, you know, white folks too. In fact, you know, white Detroiters went to Paradise Valley.
Entertainment of the 1920s, 30s, 40s, and even early 50s is swing, big band jazz. And it's the pop music. It's the Beyonce, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift music of that day. So it's the music that's being played on the radio. It's the music that sells out concert halls. And everybody wants to hear that music, not just black people.
I think we're building towards that kind of neighborhood again, where people, you know, can live and work and play in this just, you know, area of density. I think that we've been so proactive in trying to recreate, at least spiritually, that kind of sense of entertainment neighborhood.
What we had to do is make sure that the development community knew that we were interested in them coming in, identifying buildings that were eligible for the kind of investments that we wanted. A lot of it was, okay, what was once here, can we bring some of that back?
Enter the Paradise Valley Cultural and Entertainment District Conservancy.
Unfortunately, you do see a lot of instances where we as black folks can't get it together to work alongside and partner with each other. We're doing that seamlessly here with a group that has worked tirelessly and passionately, all with the same mission and vision. You know, related to the conservancy specific, that is rewarding because at the outset, we all agreed that were we to win these properties, that we would contemporaneously establish a nonprofit organization to beautify, maintain, and program the public spaces. So we established a formal district, again, in partnership with the DDA and DGC, and we're able to raise nonprofit funds, important to note, not for our individual private endeavors, but for the public spaces. And so you'll see activated alleyways, improved parks, lighting, sound system, free internet out in the parks for folks.
I'm on the board of the Conservancy of Paradise Valleys, the conservancy that around this park here. But that's not to say that's all we do. It's engaging regular folks, businesses, and making sure that they're involved in what we're doing and getting their opinions and thoughts. And sometimes you learn things. I mean, we can't address every little thing, but to engage the community is always helpful.
As you think about what you see, it could have been very different if we weren't committed to what we said we wanted. We wanted a presence, for an example, of equitable developers that, you know, look like what was once here. We wanted you to be committed to being a part of the Conservancy. We wanted your plans to be approved by not only the city, but by the Conservancy itself, right? Because we didn't want to alter the character too much. You know, like, you know, going into a house and you try to preserve the house, and when you walk in, it didn't look nothing like what it once was. We didn't want that, right? We wanted to be updated, but maintain its tradition.
The way that the business owners have gelled and come together to work together. They started a conservancy, and everybody works in concert
Nobody's working against each other. Everybody is working towards really actualizing the vision we set out 15 years ago.
We talk about it all the time at our Paradise Valley Conservancy board meetings, that we want to build an inclusive neighborhood with inclusive contractors and developers. And if we do a good job, everybody can enjoy it. And I think it'll show that it'll work in other parts of our city, and it'll work in other cities as well.
As Dennis Archer Jr. continues to reshape Paradise Valley, his legacy is cemented through a vibrant blend of culture and innovation. But this is just the beginning. Next, the spotlight turns to La Casa Cigars and Lounge, where lifestyle experiences create new cultural and social layers for the area. Prepare to uncover how these dynamic spaces enrich the district's tapestry.